Urban therapy with son now.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you
Urban
now.
theory. Yo, let's get it going now. Everything will be all right. It's going to be okay. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, it's the Urban Therapy with Son show on this Saturday, and now we got it going on. Hey. Today on the Urban Therapy with Son show, we are talking about the people that you can't cry in front of. The people that you can't cry in front of. Now, listen. You know, when it's time for you to express your emotions may overcome you and get you to the point where you figure, I don't care who's looking, I don't care who cares. This pain that I'm feeling is much too great, and I don't care about the hate, not right now. But for other times, hey, ow, we ain't trying to let them see we not down. There's some people in your life that you just can't allow to see you in a vulnerable position. And the messed up thing about that is that puts you in an even more vulnerable position. When you are put in a position where you're not able to express yourself because you fear or you're concerned about the backlash that you're going to get about being human, because human beings express their emotions, whether you talk about being sad, happy, angry, indifferent, whatever. But there are just some people that may exist in your world who you would never allow to see you shed a tear in front of. Not even an allergy tear. No, my hay fever ain't acting up. I don't know what y'all talking about. My eyes are dry, and I ain't trying to be around these girls and guys that's trying to make me look bad, want to see me down. I'ma do what I gotta do. Smile, never frown, and only expression that I'll make is when I'm mad as hell and I'm about to bake. I'm about to heat things up, and I ain't trying to hear none of y'all talking about. Yup. It's gonna be alright, y'all. It's gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be alright. We're gonna talk about this motions and the day, not the night. So we're gonna get into these situations. We're gonna talk about these situations that make you very, very apprehensive about expressing the way that you feel through crying. There's just some people that you would never cry in front of. Now, I don't want to turn this show into a crybaby show. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? I'm not the type of brother that cries a whole lot. But for my loved ones that I care about, when I see them in pain, it makes me feel like I'm in a whole lot of pain too. And sometimes the tears might come. But I'm not going front. There's some people that I would never, ever, ever. You can't see me the way you want to. And I don't care who you're with or who you come through with. I'm not going to show you. My bandwidth is wide and it's strong. And listen. Let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. And this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Saturday morning. Well, actually afternoon from 1 p.m. till around 12:30, 2:30-ish. And the reason that we say 2:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Saturday. And it is Saturday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world, and we try to figure out this thing called life. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show, all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should too. This afternoon, we are talking about the people that you can't cry in front of. Maybe I should have said the people that you would never, ever cry in front of. And there may be some of those people in your life. Shout out to the people who don't care. Shout out to the people who say, well, listen, if I'm feeling it, and I'm going to let it go. There's some people who feel that way. I'm feeling it, and I'm going to let it go. I ain't got time to be acting like I'm not feeling what I'm feeling or whatever. Some people recognize at a young age the human nature that overcomes, or should I say, comes to visit us, each and every one of us at some point in our lives. Now, when you start talking about crying, you're really talking about expressing pain. Now, that pain can be physical pain, or that pain can be emotional pain. Nonetheless, one of the questions that I've always asked about crying is whether it fixes the problem or not. Emotionally, they say that when you are emotional about something and you cry about it or whatever, it can cleanse you. It can actually make you start feeling better emotionally. Now, what about people who cry over physical pain? What if you slammed your? Have you ever slammed a hand or a finger in a door, in like a car door, where it damn near felt like it crushed that thing, or was going to snap it off? It hurts so bad. I'm talking about the type of pain that starts where the point of impact is, but you know that pain that you've expressed before, or that you felt before, should I say? I'm sorry. Where you feel that rush in your head, like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm talking about. That pain that starts wherever it is, wherever it got hurt, but you feel it so bad that you feel flustered, like you going to pass out. Like, you know how like when your arm or your leg falls asleep or whatever, you get those those pin needle sensations. You feel that in your head when you get a certain type of high intense pain. And it ain't no joke, baby. No joke. So when you feel that type of pain, for some people, they will cry. They will cry like, oh my God, it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. Ooh. But does it fix it? Does it make it stop hurting? Well, when you're a baby, when you're an infant, when you're a toddler, when you are pre-adolescent, you're not concerned about whether it's going to make it stop hurting or not. When you cry, that's a cry for help. That's you asking for assistance. That's for you asking for somebody to come and try to help you get rid of this pain, this physical pain. I mean, now, as a young person, you may come across certain situations where crying in front of your peers over physical pain was not acceptable. Somebody punched you in the face. Nope, can't cry over it. Why? Because your enemies want to see you cry, and then they may use that as calling out a weakness about you, and that can make your young life very, very hard, to the point where you might have to fight every day and beat up everybody, or at least have a good enough showing to whereas people won't mess with you anymore or try to ridicule you anymore. Being teased, being hurt, being ridiculed as a young person can have a devastating impact. From person to person, it's hard to really say how strong being teased, being hurt, being bullied can impact a young person. So a part of me understands what today's adults are talking about when they're talking about bullying this, bullying that, whatever. But see, when I was younger, there was no internet. So when you got humiliated in front of at recess, or in a whole classroom, or after school in the schoolyard, or something like that. Or there may have been times when you were on the football field or the baseball field or the basketball court and you couldn't play. Plus you got hurt. How you gonna get your ankles broke and you don't even have a jump shot? You don't have a jump shot. You don't have a layup. You can't dunk. You don't have no shot. You don't have no game, and you don't have no defense. You don't get no steals, no blocks, no nothing. You are just a shameful existence on the court. Mhm. So I come from that era where you got disrespected and humiliated to your face. And thinking back on it, I would rather have been that way than to have a whole internet of thousands or millions of people who don't know me from a can of paint, all laughing at me and shit, making me feel like I can't even travel the world without somebody recognizing me because I got knocked out or beat up on World Star. And you remember World Star, remember how popular World Star used to be with the fight videos and all that kind of stuff. You never hear anybody talk about World Star anymore. Everything used to be like World Star whenever a fight was breaking out between people. Now, I don't know how or why that isn't the way it is anymore, but I'm glad, honestly. What's going on, Stacy White? Thanks for coming on by. I'm glad to see you. I just wanted to say hi. And T. Carey Wright, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And Job Biggs, what's up, kid? I'm always glad to see you. Glad you came through. Yes, I am. And my big sis, Robin Ming, is here to do what thinks she's a queen for a king. And my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Sit back, relax, do your thing. Max and chill. Word. So that's what we talking about this afternoon, y'all. The people that you can't cry in front of. It may have started from when you were very young. And on the positive side, I guess you could say this is a positive side. This may have been the thing that got you tough. It made you tough. You know what a big thing, what a big deal it is to be a tough person, to have that tough exterior, to have the tough interior. To be able to endure the pain, to keep your mental and emotional resolve. Never let them see you sweat. Don't let them see you scared. Always seem like you're ready and prepared. No one dare to come against you because they know that if they ever do, you're going to handle that thing like a God handles a prayer. I'm going to make sure that you never say a nigga like me couldn't handle my business. And I'm going to let y'all, each and every one, know what time it is. Y'all some punk ass suckers to me. And I ain't trying to be like that ruckus you see. I am not going to be on the tape being the one getting victimized. I's the one that's going to handle my biz right. And I'm going to make sure I keep my face tight and no tears are going to drop from my eyes. I'm going to make sure I make y'all all surprised. Y'all thought y'all could hurt me, take me down, but it's not going down like that. I won't frown. You can't clown me and me, none of my crew. I'm going to make sure I stand up and they stand up too. In the face of adversity, y'all whack, and y'all ain't talking to me. No, you ain't talking to me like that. You old cornball whack ass niggas. The people that you can't cry in front of. The people that you can't cry in front of. You might not have been able to cry in front of your classmates, no matter what happened back in the day, because you felt like some of them was hating on you. Remember the Boys and Girls Club? Remember the Boys and Girls Club? The local boys and girls club around my way when I was younger was a very popular place. And I didn't go there a lot. It's crazy. Because the club was where a lot and that's just what we used to call it, the club. The club, the boys club. And it was called the boys club, not the Boys and Girls Club. It was called the boys club. So the boys club around my way used to be on Morris Street and Coulter and Morris, and they had a little pool. And the big projects, the big high-rise projects was right down the street from the club. So all of those cats from the projects used to go to the club. So there was a whole lot of displaced testosterone at the club. So at the club is where a lot of cats got toughened up. My mom didn't want me to go to the club. She was like, "Nah, you ain't got to go around there." And I didn't really have to go around the club anyway because I lived a few blocks away, and around the corner from where we lived, there were a bunch of teenagers that were older than us, and they toughened us up. You know, thinking on it, that's probably where I learned not to cry. If you had a beef, if you had a problem with somebody, the older kids, and they wasn't a whole lot older, but they don't have to be. If you are 7 years old, 8 years old, and they are 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old, that's older. They older than you. So when they would see that, oh, you and such, y'all having problems with each other. Y'all was running around here like best friends the other day, and now here y'all are mad at each other, whatever. Well, we gonna handle this. So they would get the gloves out. Here come the boxing gloves. Let's see who got who. Y'all can go ahead and slug it out. And we would. So, you know, you couldn't just with the gloves on. You could, but people was going to notice, like, okay, you hit hard, but you doing these cowboy movie swings or whatever. And you know, around this time, that's when Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hitman Hearns and Marvelous Marvin Hagler and Alexis Arguello and Livingston Bramble, Hector Macho Camacho, and I'm just talking about all the lightweights. Forget about the heavyweights. We still had Muhammad Ali. We had Larry Holmes and Joe Frazier still fighting, and a little bit of who's that killer? The damn George Foreman. But the lightweight boxers were the ones, you know, that really held their hands. You know, it was lightweight. They still known for that. So we was trying to get our hands like that. You know, known for the hand speed, known for your defense, sizing the cat up, setting him up for pow, pow. You know, that type thing. So you started off just punching out of emotion. You made me mad. You ain't give me none of your now laters. Stingy with your now laters. When I had my now laters, I gave you some. When I had my bubble yum, I gave you some. Bubble yum, bubblicious, hubba bubba. I gave you being stingy. Okay. Put the gloves on. You know, getting hit with the gloves is different from getting hit with a fist. It's a different feeling because the gloves have extra weight. So although it's a softer punch, as far as impact is concerned, it might knock your head all the way around. Whereas your fist, you would really have to be a trained boxer in order to, you know, spin somebody around with that punch. So nonetheless, the surprise of getting hit for some kids made them cry. Couldn't do it. When the older kids broke out the boxing gloves, that was a time for you to settle your differences. Because it didn't matter who won or who lost. Now, of course, whenever somebody was getting punched or getting dominated, there was a whole lot of, ooh, we got him. That ain't no time to cry. Wasn't none of them older kids trying to hear you like, no. Get back in there. Pay attention to what he's doing. So you couldn't cry. Maybe you cried when you went home. Maybe your best friend walked you home if you lost that little boxing match, and whatever the case may be. But you may have learned that it wasn't cool to cry. You had to take them bumps. You had to take them bruises. You had to take those hits. You had to take that. Listen, if you didn't win, you just didn't win. But you couldn't be crying. They didn't teach you how to cry. They didn't teach you how to express your emotions in that way. So it could have had an impact on you that way. How many job Biggs? I don't know if you've ever experienced this. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, I'm going to gamble to say that you probably have. Have you ever had an older brother, an uncle, your father, or somebody else that opened your chest? Do you remember getting your chest open? Yeah, you had to, get your manhood tested as a little boy. You had to open your arms and let an older kid or whatever, maybe sometimes a grown man, punch you in the chest. Boom. Cousins. Brother from another mother, Norris Hill, said, yeah, you cut. Oh, open your chest. I'm about to open your chest. Open. And you did it. It was a rite of passage. It was like, Now, I've seen people get their chest open. Boom. They ain't going to hit you but so hard. They know you. First of all, they can only hit but so hard. That's number one. Number two, they know you small. They ain't trying to kill you. They trying to toughen you up. They trying to get you schoolyard and battlefield, whether it's football, baseball, track, or whatever, field ready. Make you tough. They don't want you getting teased and humiliated by all the little boys. So you may have learned not to cry at that time. Some kids did cry. I've seen some kids cry when they got their chest open. Boom! I got asthma. Oh, damn, he got asthma? Yeah, I got asthma. He have asthma no other time. Like a punch to the chest causes your asthma? We rode bikes from Germantown damn near to South Philly. And you ain't huff and puff. No asthma. But as soon as somebody, boom! I ain't gonna lie. Had it not been for getting my chest open, had it not been for getting teased by the wrong people, I probably would have ended up being a crier. It was not an option for me. It was not an option. Like, I've had to suck it up more time than Bob. As a middle-aged man or whatever you call me, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, I don't give a shit about nobody because I recognize the humanity in people. And I recognize the weakness in people that try to act and appear really strong. I get it. I get it now. Before, not so much. Not so much. But there's still areas where I would never, ever let them see me down like that. Listen, if y'all will, excuse me. First of all, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. And if you would like to call into the show, I invite you to call in, and the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call us at a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. Us at a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. Us at a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. 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 319-527-6199, baby. Yeah. The people that you can't cry in front of. Might be your enemies. Crazy part about it is it might be some of your friends that you can't cry in front of. And you may not be able to cry in front of some of your friends because you may be put in a position, or you may have put yourself in a position where you are the person that people come to for a source of strength. Like people come crying to you, so you can't cry back. You got an image to uphold. People are counting on you. You know, count on me through thick and thin, a friendship that will never end. When you are weak, I will be strong, helping you to carry on. Count on me, I will be there. Don't be afraid. So it's not a bad position to be put on. There's nothing wrong with being relied upon. There's nothing wrong with being a helper. There's nothing wrong with assisting other people. There's nothing wrong with helping, being that type of person, that source of strength, being respected in that way, where somebody would like to come to you in order to feel better about the way that they're feeling. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Not at all. What is this thing? Get this out of here. Okay. You're covering up my browser. You're covering up my browser. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay. I got it out of there. I got it out of there. Yeah, man. But people that you can't cry in front of. You might not be able to cry in front of your friends, because your friends come to you to cry in front of. So you have to live your life like you're the Rock of Gibraltar. You are my rock. He was my rock. She was my rock. Rock to the planet rock. Don't stop. Chop Big says, I was always bigger than my class, so not really started anything. But I didn't even hang around people my age. And you were with high school kids while you were in middle school. Okay. TK Wright says, my uncles hit hard. No crying, especially since I'm a girl. They weren't trying to hear it. See? But who knows how that affected you later on. It's funny because we praise the people who stopped us from showing our sad or hurt emotions. But sometimes you have to ask yourself, did they do more damage than good? Sure, they kept us stone faced and poker faced in front of our enemies. Like, nope, nothing y'all said about me hurt me, even though inside it's like, do they really feel that way? Why would anybody say that to somebody? And sure, in a lot of situations, You may have handled your adversity physically. So you couldn't cry, but you could beat somebody up over making you feel like you wanted to cry. How about the people we grew up with that would cry and whoop your ass at the same goddamn time? What about those folks? Have you ever seen that? It's a concerning thing. It's kind of scary. When somebody is crying like, I told you, stop fucking with me. I told you. They just wailing on you. Remember in The Christmas Story? You remember that movie, The Christmas Story? Where Ralphie was so mad at damn, what was his name? Whatever the name of the bully was that was bullying Ralphie. And Ralphie was cussing at him and crying. I bet you he ain't messing around with Ralphie no more. Ralphie beat him bloody. Ralphie mom had to come pull him off of him. Like, yo, the boy done got gone crazy. What about those folks? Crying. Some of them, I've seen grown men and women do that shit. They crying, and you might be getting your ass whooped for all. Listen, one thing is for sure: when somebody is crying and whooping your ass, you are taking an ass whooping probably for your ancestors' misgivings. It sure ain't have nothing to do with the fact that you got smart behind that counter at McDonald's. You don't know what a person is going through in life, but it's amazing that whatever a person is going through in life, there will probably be some people that he or she can't express themselves around. So who is it for you? Who is it for you? Are you the type of person that has any enemies? Maybe you're not the type of person that has any open enemies, but maybe you have some frenemies. Maybe you have some people who are not openly defiant or disregarding to you, but you feel the negative energy from them. Like, one thing is for sure, they don't love me. There's no love there, so there won't be any love lost. Cheer. There ain't gonna be no love lost. Cheer. Can't cry in front of them. Well, let's break it down. Where are or who are the people that you have pledged never to let them see you cry? I'll tell you mine. Work. At no job will you ever see me shed a tear. Not because of work. You know, I've seen people get fired or be threatened to get fired at work, and then here come the tears. Like, dog, you just got a suspension. Ain't nothing to cry. I'm trying to get it together. I've been trying. I got a lot of stuff going on. Nah, look, man. At work, for me, I don't care what job it is. Nothing. You get none. You get none. I don't care what it is. Y'all could be indicting me for embezzlement. Nope. I could get convicted of a crime. I said nope. I'm about to do years ago upstate. I said nope. Speaking of that, men in jail. You would think that jail is a place where you would never let anybody see you cry. And that is so untrue. There are plenty of guys who cry in jail. I've heard that cats had cellies that cried damn near their first of 90 to 180 days. They cry. I want to go home. And the crazy part about that is that by the time you make it upstate, you've already been in the county. It ain't like you go from home to upstate. Well, maybe they cried in the county too. Maybe in the county they thought that they was going to beat the case and come on home. So maybe it took a while during the speedy trial to accept that. I ain't saying I ain't never going home, but it's going to be a while, man. So to me, it seems totally logical that you would cry in jail, being away from your family, being away from your loved ones. When you really want to be there for them, you can't be there for them in any type of way because you done messed this thing up and got sent to jail. You got sent to jail, homie. But yeah, plenty of cats cry in jail. There have been cats who cried on the VI day. Your girl come up, see you, or your wife come up and see you, bring your kids. Or she bring up your 9-month-old baby and you've been locked up for 2 years. Yeah, those hand-holding sessions, that you had in the day room was yeah, you got a 9-month-old baby, yours. You've been locked up for 2 years. No conjugal visits. Them hand-holding sessions. Yeah. Well, something like that might bring tears to your eyes, or while you're locked up, your one of your family members or one of your loved ones, passes away. You can't even go to the funeral. If you go to a funeral, you got to go in shackles. Well, it happens. It happens. So here's where we are with it. Let me see. Okay. TK Wright says they did good for me. As a woman, we can sometimes be too emotional. It helped me learn self-control. Not so much for some of the boys. Oh, okay. Narcel says the crying fighters can evolve into killers. Woo wee! Man, listen. First of all, I don't like to see a man cry because I know that when a man lets go, when he lets go of that emotion enough to be able to cry, more than likely he ain't crying over nothing that involves the situation that people think he's crying over. He might be crying over an abortion. He might be crying over lost money. He might be crying over some infidelity. He might be crying over some lying that he's done. He might be crying over a body that he's hidden. He may be crying over some something that he stole and know he should have gave back. He may be crying over some kind of guilty situation. But you getting hickied up, you getting bumped, bruised, and cut and scraped for everything that he's gone through. You ever see somebody get beat up by somebody who couldn't even fight? Have you ever seen somebody get their ass whooped by somebody who couldn't even fight? Any given Sunday, baby. Any given Sunday. Any given Sunday. Mm-hmm. No, it just says time bombs, if you will. Robin Ming says, I would be so mad if someone wouldn't let me fight. I would cry in front of the person that I wanted to fight. That's how mad I would. That's how angry I would be. I hear that. Stacey White says, ex-pastor, I will never cry in front of her. Oh, wow. Wow. Whoa. Woo. Now that's heavy. Sounds like there's a heck of a backstory with that one. Ex-pastor. Shoot. Most pastors, aren't they supposed to be counselors? You're supposed to be able to cry in front of pastor. Hey, yo, pastor. Pastor. But I understand. I do. Yeah. Fortunately, unfortunately, there are some people that you would never allow to see you cry for whatever reason. One reason or another. There's some people that you wouldn't allow to see it. Okay. Wow. Nora says, Stacey White, yeah, she would probably air you out in front of the whole congregation. Wow. Robin Ming says, when my godparents died, my god brother was in prison. The sheriffs brought him both to both of the funerals and handcuffed and he was handcuffed and shackled. They brought him in the front of the church after everyone came in. Wow. I'm sure that could add to. That's not a. That would have made me cry. I would have had two reasons to cry. I mean, that's just. It sounds humiliating, Robbie Rob. You know, like, listen, man. I know. I realize that I have to pay my debt to society or whatever you want to call it, but I shouldn't be shackled and looking all crazy at this funeral. You know what I mean? Like, now the funeral looks like it done became all about me instead of laying our loved ones to rest here. Yeah, that had to be a hurt piece. No, it still says, notice the difference between can't fight and won't fight. Whoa. Can't, won't, don't stop rocking to the rhythm because I get down, because I get down, because I get down. But you're right. There's a very big difference between not being able to fight and not being willing to fight. You're not willing to fight. There's a good chance that there's some crybaby in you. Shoot. Being afraid makes a lot of people cry. You know? Who likes to be afraid? See a mouse and just break down crying. Yeah. The people you can't cry in front of. I would never cry on this internet. I've seen people do it. I've seen people do it, and I ain't mad at them. You can never gauge or place judgment on somebody else's situation. So I ain't mad at them, but that ain't for me. I'm here to bring a little bit of inspiration, some joy. The people that you can't cry in front of. Can't do it. I can't do it. There may be some people that we absolutely can't consider crying in front of for one reason or another reason, whatever the case may be. In your own life, you know exactly who they are and you know why. Part of the reason may be backlash. You cry, you express your emotions, and they make you feel like a coward or like you're weak for doing so. I think you better let it go. Looks like another love TKO. Dun, 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 dun. Hmm. How about your kids? How about your kids? As a parent, do you feel comfortable crying around your kids? Some parents do. A lot of parents don't. You know, so many people out here suffer from depression, man. And it's a tough situation when you suffer from depression, and it may be severe depression, and you're raising children. That's tough because those children see their parents cry all the damn time. They crying and crying and crying. Whether you're talking about, and don't get me wrong, I'm not downing them. I'm just saying what the reality of it is. And people don't really realize, a lot of people don't realize what the impact of watching your first hero slip into that darkness feels like. Because the child watching their parents cry and cry all the time and be so sad and damn near be on the verge of being suicidal and sometimes actually being suicidal, that's stressful as shit for a child. That's stressful as hell for a child. So some parents have vowed never to let the kids see them cry, and some parents cry in front of their kids all the time. What about you? What do you think? What's it for you? Is it situational? Is it okay as long as it doesn't turn into a regular thing, or what do y'all think? Can you cry in front of your kids? Robbie Robin Ming says, I wouldn't let my grandkids see me cry when their mother died. I didn't want them to start crying. Good luck with that. TK Ray says, my kids have not seen me cry a lot. When they did see it, they were forever changed. I don't let them see me cry. It has an impact because your kids love you. They want to. Who don't want to listen? If anybody want to see you win, guess who it is? It's your kids. They want to see you win. So when you cry, when you cry in front of them, and they see how helpless you feel, and it makes them feel even more helpless. Hey, my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Do you remember when Muhammad Ali got beat by Leon Spinks? What was okay? He got beat by Leon Spinks, but he went on to fight again. And I believe that Muhammad Ali's last fight was against Larry Holmes. And Larry beat his ass. By that time, Muhammad Ali had pretty much started to, like the Parkinson's was starting to kick in. But he was getting about $5 million for that fight. So he did it. But it was a wrap for him. A lot of people watching Muhammad Ali get beat that way, for them, it might have made them cry. But one thing Muhammad Ali was never going to do was cry. None of that. None of that. And when you think about his career, he had plenty to cry about. Forget about his career. When you look over his life, and his life was very public to not have ever to have happened away from the internet era. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your parents crying. You kids be wanting to get revenge. Who made mama cry? Daddy, whoever. Like, no, we gonna go get him. Let's ride on him. Let's ride on him. TK right says, I can cry in front of them, but I try my hardest not to. She says, exactly, at being helpless. Yeah. So, parents who suffer from depression, severe depression, it's so hard on their kids, man. It really is. It's hard on them. And I'm not saying that they wrong. I mean, they suffer from depression. It's not something you can help. I mean, of course, there are ways you can treat it, and hopefully you are open to those treatments. But it's not your fault. But it doesn't matter whose fault it is. Your kids feeling that. They're really, really feeling that. And it may make you feel even more hopeless. And don't nobody want to be out here feeling all helpless and hopeless and da-da-da-da-da. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, it's the Urban Therapy with Son Show. And we're talking about crying, yo. People who you can't cry in front of. You know who I would never cry in front of? The cops. It looks to me like cops take full advantage of a situation where they already have the upper hand on you if they can arrest you. But for you to cry too, it's like you should have thought of that when you ran that red light and you knew you was driving without no license. You should have thought of that. Now you on your way to jail. You on your way to jail and traffic court. You are a bad man. Got your bad driving ass up off these streets. Oh, and then people have cried in front of some cops, haven't they? For some people, from what I've heard, it actually worked. I'm good. Excuse me. I'm good. We good? My nigga, we good? Yeah. No crying in front of the cops. Me not doing that. Me not doing that. TK Wright says, ooh, whoa. I would never cry in front of my man's side chick. Whoa. Okay. Glory be. I tell you, I ain't see that one coming. No crying in front of the side chick. Would the side chick cry in front of you? What the hell? Yo. Would the side chick cry in front of you? Now you got me thinking, have I ever seen a confrontation between the main and the side chick and it resulted in one of them crying? I'm not sure. In front of each other, that is. Now, I have known people to get cheated on and they cried to the person that cheated on them. Like, I can't believe you did this to me. What have I ever done for you to do something like that? I've done nothing but try to be with you. All I want to do is be with you. And this is crying in front of the side chick. Who knew? Who'd have thunk it? Where do you come up with this stuff? I bet you if you go on YouTube, you'll find that. I'm going in. I'm going to see. Hold on. Where's my cursor? There we go. Where's my cursor? Let's see here. Crying in front of the side chick. Let's see what we got. Lady gets gunned down by her boyfriend's side chick after confronting him for cheating on New Year's. Whoa. Crazy side chick catches boyfriend cheating in grocery store. Whoa. I accidentally played a voice note for my side chick in front of my girlfriend. Guy serenading a girl, then the boyfriend came out. Guys end up crying. Wow. Arkansas woman almost dies after confronting side chick about her boyfriend. I wasn't ready. I was ready. I was ready. All right. Well, there you have it. For your side chicken pleasure. I wasn't ready. I twerked. I twerked where it ready. Wow. Yeah. People that you can't cry in front of. There may be a few, there may be many. But regardless, they are selected. Let me see. TK Wright says, I would never cry in front of the Asians in the hair store who accuse me of stealing bundles. You got to stop watching these videos online. You know what I mean? I'm starting to see a little pattern here. Let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, cool. We got a caller on the line. All right, hold on a second. TK Wright says, I have cried at the Jamaican spot when they told me the price of an oxtail pro. No what? When they told me the price of an oxtail platter. Wow! Oh my God, it's so high. It's so high. The pandemic is almost over. Why can't they go back down to the original price? TK Ray says, fortunately, I don't worry about these things for real. Look, Emily popped out of nowhere. I just noticed you don't have the number pinned. Actually, I did. I think they unpinned it. No, the number is pinned. What are you talking about? The number pinned. I guess it's not pinned. It was just at the top. Okay, it pinned now. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Emily. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we have a call on the line. Caller with the last number is 2192. Thank you for holding. Welcome to the Urban Therapy with Sun Show. What's on your mind this afternoon?
Yo, I'm going, my brother. What's going on, man? Shalom, shalom.
Feeling like a real man should, man. What's good?
I wanted to speak on the topic. I was messing with you about that. I heard you trying to speak your little Jamaican language. I thought I'd come in and do my little accent for you. But anyways, okay. I wanted to speak on the topic. I think it's a conflict. It's a conflict interest of interest because I know like recently, like the new age thing or the new age era, a lot of people, and especially a lot of people that believe in going to go see psychologists, and like people to talk to and to vent to and all this, like to go see people for help. They tell you, oh, express yourself, or if you can't express yourself, then you really got problems, or you know what I'm saying. So it's a conflict of interest, really, to me and mine. But I, for one, as I get older, I believe, and as a man, I believe that it's always best to not let anyone. But I would say for me, my son and my wife would be the biggest key factor of not. I don't want, like, I would, like, before I would be cool with at least having my woman know everything and be, you know what I'm saying, know everything about me, have all my emotions, like not hide anything. But that was before. That was a younger version. Me, as me getting older and evolving, I would disagree with that. I wouldn't let my wife see me cry off, because I think crying is an emotion. Like to cry is an emotion, and emotions is a key factor in any war. Like any war can be started, ended, stopped by emotions. Like that's basically whenever people whenever back in the days whenever the tribes had a problem and they had to come meet and they had to sit at the table and they before they go to war they like you know what I'm saying they hash it out.
Hmm.
All that is coming off of emotions. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like if you're a general or if you you know what I'm saying you over an army, if you let your soldiers see you cry, they might not follow you. You know what I'm saying? They might not follow you after that. So it's kind of like that as well. Like there's certain circumstances to where like as a man we can't we know we cry everybody cry but as a man we have to like withhold that. You know what I'm saying? Um, but that's me as getting older because the younger me, like I ain't gonna lie, the younger me, like I got like I let my emotions run wild. You know what I'm saying? Like and really wild. It will show how wild I was. Like every little thing. Like I had bad anger issues. You know what I'm saying? And my mom was. That's who I get from my mother. You know what I'm saying? She the crybaby. You know what I'm saying? I never seen my father cry. Nothing. And I wasn't really around that much, but even then I never seen him cry. But my mother was the crybaby. You know what I'm saying? And I used to have real bad anger issues. And I'm not gonna say I don't have bad anger issues now, but I really don't. There's nothing like night and day. But anyways, I used to have real bad anger issues, and when I get mad, and like I'm talking about, like I can't even explain. It's kind of like the Incredible Hulk when he changed from human to the Incredible Hulk. Like I'll get fucking mad and just like tears be coming out, or like when I'm around a real genuine situation, and everything is just perfect, like the way it needs to be, and like I feel like the people, there's no hating in the atmosphere, like the vibes are totally 100% correct. I'll feel like, oh, this is a moment, and then like for no reason, not even thinking, a tear dropped off. You know what I'm saying? Like when a real moment, it's kind of like a God moment. I watched the hot boxing with Mike Tyson and the number one UFC fighter. Uh, I don't want to say his name wrong, but he's a Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? And they talk about a God moment to where you have this God moment to where you just I don't know. It just feels like everything's right. Like you, it's kind of like you don't even feel like it's kind of like if you play like a football player. He put on this helmet. Like I had this feeling playing football as well. Every time I put on a helmet, I don't feel like myself. I feel like because I was real good at football, I just feel like I turned into somebody else. Like I don't know how this athlete could come out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I put on a football helmet, I feel like somebody else. That's like a God moment. That's what they was talking about. So, and that's what I'm talking about as in the moment. Like if I feel a moment to where everything is 100% correct, the vibes are 100% correct. I feel like that's a God moment, and a tear just drop out. No, not intentionally, like out of nowhere. Not me doing it. But like that's what I'm saying. I kind of get that crybaby syndrome from my mother, and that's what as me getting older, I've been trying to throw it away. You know what I'm saying? Like because I noticed like you can't allow people because that's what people use against you. Like you know what I'm saying? You can't allow others to see everything.
Hmm. Why do you
But some people would say different because some people believe in going and expressing yourself to other people and allowing them to, you know what I'm saying, to hear you out. Like some people would think different. I don't know.
well
I know that's the new age thing.
yeah. I think that naturally human beings express their emotions even when they don't want to, especially when they don't want to. But we also have to recognize the fact that everything that you feel and everything that you think is an emotion also. So when we look at somebody cry or be sad, we look at those as being emotional or whatever. But those are just one or two emotions. Being happy is an emotion. Being stoic is an emotion. There are a lot of other things that get missed as being an emotion, but they actually are. So I don't think that we are humanly capable of not expressing our emotions at all. It's just that when it comes to certain sad emotions, I think that we're very selective about who we will allow to see us in that emotional state. Because deep down inside, we've been conditioned to believe that if you cry, well, crying is a weakness, and if you cry, then you're feeling weak. I think that there's some evidence that may support that, but overall, I don't think that is true. No, overall, I don't think that is true. I don't think that a person is weak for crying. I don't think that a person.
I never said I thought that.
No, I'm not saying that you're saying that.
The reason why I brought up the anger issue is because like that's mostly when I tear up. I really wouldn't like just like cry over somebody doing me wrong, or like, if I do that, I'll do that by myself. But as in like something that really makes me mad, that's what I like. For me, that's what I have to work on. Like for shit that gets me real mad, or shit that like that just get me angry, I cry. I don't cry over sadness. Like I didn't even cry when I went to friend. I don't cry when I go to funerals. My grandma, my great grandma, that would have been a funeral. I would have cried. I didn't cry. I didn't cry when I went to go see my dad, and that's the only person I touched. I never touched a dead body. That's the only person I touched, and I didn't cry. Like I don't cry when it comes to sad moments, but when I get angry, that's the only time I cry. I tear up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I gotta work on as me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because especially you can't show your emotions when you just can't as man. You can't show your emotions all the time. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't show them at all, but like you gotta have control on them, and you gotta know when and where not to show your emotions.
I think that's true. But that's basically what we're talking about. Why does it matter? Why are there certain people that we will not allow to see us cry? Why do we feel like I can't cry in front of this person? I can't let these people see me cry. Like what makes us choose them? What have they done to get that type of allowance? What should I say? Disallowance. What what is it about them, or what is it about us that makes us restrict our crying emotions to either just ourselves in private or certain people? Like what is it? What is it that makes us say that we cannot do this in front of these people? It's totally unacceptable. What part of the game is that?
I think it's situational.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's situational because you never know. Like it just depends on who. Like especially, I say situational because it depends on who you're around and what's around the environment as well. Like I don't know. Like just like I said, you can't show your emotions to everybody. Then everybody would know you, or everybody would think they would know you. You know, your emotions is you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. I I don't know. Like it's kind of like showing the other teams your whole playbook, and then but although and I'm saying this and it's crazy because that's what we did. Like I don't know why they do that here, but they share playbooks. And we shared our whole playbook with the other team, and they knew what play we were running. We were running the same three plays, and we would beat their ass. I'm talking about running the ball, not even throwing it, but running the ball, running the same three plays, and they can't stop it. and they know, and we already shared our playbook. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. Like you can't show the other team the playbook all the time, because then they know how to work you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Let me get this straight.
Especially if they're better at a game.
Let me get this straight. You showed another team, an opposing team, your whole playbook, and they still couldn't beat y'all?
Still couldn't beat us. I swear. You can go look this. You can go look us up. I ain't got to catalog nothing.
All I'm asking is like, how can that happen?
Yeah, that's crazy. We got some athletes that should have been somewhere, but hey, we stuck out here, man.
Okay.
Country boy.
Wow, that's amazing. It really is. That's amazing. Amazing. But shoot, if I was on a team where the opposing team that I was going to play gave me their whole playbook and they ran those same plays and legitimized the playbook that they gave me, and I still couldn't stop them, I think that would make me cry. It's like, yo, what is this, God? How you going? Like, I couldn't devise a team strategy to be able to stop the plays that he told me he was going to run. Like, yo, everybody run to the left side because that's where we're going to run the ball.
And that's exactly how it went.
Well, how did he run?
37G. Man, 7. Pop, 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 pop.
That's crazy as hell. Like, yo, we just really not good enough, huh? Nope. And that proves it. I think that would make me cry. I'm never playing football again. That's all I know.
You cry on the football field, yeah, that's a wrap.
Shoot. Being given a playbook and not being able to stop the play, that's crying. That's worse than crying. You know, you could be crying over a physical hit. You know, like he popped me. Ow. But look, he just ran over me, and I knew we was exactly where he was going. Wah! Like, listen, after halftime, we're not going back out there. We're not going back out there. Listen, you can call it a forfeit, call it whatever you want. They not going to show me the plays that they running, and they humiliate the whole team, the whole roster, and the coaches.
90 seconds.
All I'm saying, man, I couldn't imagine being that. I couldn't imagine being in a situation like that. Like I'm gonna show you how weak you are. I'm gonna tell you the plays that I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run them.
No. Okay, since we talk about that, bro, like okay, since I say the good shit about us, I'm gonna say the bad shit too. And I'm the reason why I'm gonna bring that up.
60 seconds.
When we went to state in 2014, undefeated, like we won every game that whole season. And this, you talk about crying. We went to state. We played at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, where Famous Feet has played. We played on that field. We was in them locker rooms. Like, we played on the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, and we lost to a fucking team full of white boys. I'm talking about they had like 80 people. They had fucking 3 backup teams just for that team. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like shit. They had fucking probably like 100 players, and they all white boys, and they beat the fucking dust out of us. They beat our ass so bad, it was bad. It was bad, man.
10 seconds.
Something to 30 something. It was bad, man. They tore our ass to the bone, and we cried like babies on that field, man. We cried like babies on that field. We was in the newspaper with everybody wiping tears and shit. We went undefeated, not losing not one game that whole season, and went to state and lost to a fucking team full of white boys.
Why is that?
Man. In Texas, that's bad, bro.
I know, but why did y'all? How did that happen? Did y'all give him your playbook?
Man.
Like it ain't gonna wait. It ain't gonna work this time. Damn. Yeah, that's true.
I guess by the time we got up to state, motherfuckers, they wasn't letting it fly.
I guess not. Well, when the competition
shit worked all the way up to then.
When the competition is matched or whatever, I guess it's gonna go down.
Them boys had backup after backup after backup. You gotta look at it. We probably only had 2 or 3 strings. Shit.
Oh, they was fresh. Well, how were they able to do that? Is that fair?
They can bring out a whole new line every play if they wanted to.
But how was that fair? Like, how wasn't that agreed upon in the beginning?
It was a state game. They was a bigger school.
Still, a 53-man roster is a 53-man roster. You can't have 106 players instead of 53. I guess in Texas you can, huh?
Shit, some boys ran through us. It was a Stephenville against Earl Compton. And that was a team full of white boys.
All right, man. But listen,
and you talk about a whole team full of black boys just crying, bawling their eyes out.
You making me want to cry. I don't like this story.
No, I told the good shit. Hey, I would tell the bad.
I don't want the bad one. This story making me want to cry. I think before I put this video out, I think I'm gonna edit this part out. I don't like this part. The second story sucks. I like the first part.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna keep that one in.
Take the good with the bad. Fuck it.
They say you got to take the good with the bad. Oh yeah, prove it.
Yeah, because somebody gonna bring it up anyways. If I would have talked about how good we were, somebody probably would have looked up my school and been like, "Oh, y'all niggas was crying like a motherfucker at the state game." Like, you know what I'm saying? I know how, especially when you talk about the internet. The internet is different. It ain't like back in the day. Like, people really do that. You can go look up a motherfucker real easy and be like, "Okay, is he cap about what he talking about, or is it real?" Because everything, the internet is there, and everybody can see it. So it's kind of like, you can't really lie about shit nowadays.
Well,
it's so easy to go see.
Well, people, when you watch championships and you see people losing the championship or winning the championship, you see people cry all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a tough thing. You want to win. You worked your whole life to get to that point, and it's not guaranteed that you're going to ever make it back. I wouldn't like to be the Cincinnati Bengals right now. That shit hurt. They should have won. They had it. They had it. They should have. There's no way Cincinnati should have got beat by no damn Rams. It was, the fix was in. So, oh well. It is what it is. All right, we got to get out of here, my man. I appreciate you calling in. Missed you.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Shalom.
All right, man. I'll holler at you later. All right. Good stuff as always. Good stuff as always. Except for that last story that I'm going to have to edit out. But besides that, very, very, very informational, very, very, very it was emotional for me. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious April 9th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special, because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Country Boy Bean turning 36 years old today. And also Keisha Woolfolk, happy birthday to you. And I'm a Feast, Perez turning 24 years old today, and Camille Parrish turning 52 years old today, and Denise Allison turning 52 years old today, and Yaritza, let me see, Lady Beleza Nobuto, turning 29 years old today, and Letitia Moore turning 45 years old today, and Sonata CA turning 49 years old today, and Adamola Fadekemi, sorry, happy birthday to you, and Monique Gregory, happy birthday, and Esther Beatrice turning 40 years old today, and Arielis Salazar turning 42 years old today, and how about this? Akan Takori turning 37 years old today. And also Kel Slim Goody turning 47 years old today. And comedian Mario Dion Hodge turning 50 years old today. And Stephanie Laverne of the 47% group, happy birthday to you. And my girl going all the way back to the 1985, turning Robin Wood turning 52 years old today. And last but not least, my baby cuz, Keita Marie McIntyre turning 39 years old today. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious April 9th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, man, there's some people that you just can't cry in front of. I don't know why, I don't know who. I know who it is, and I know who it is. I know the reason why for those that I wouldn't cry in front of, but for you, it might be a little bit different. And for those who you are affected by and those who you affect, it may be different for those too. Is it a collective thing? Have we all agreed on certain places, certain people that we can't cry in front of? Is it that hard for us to express ourselves? Is it that restrictive? Or have we somehow decided to restrict ourselves? I can't call it. I can't say it for you, but I know who it is and what it is for me. But we got to do what we got to do and shed a tear every now and then. But you ain't got to go overboard with it. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow with another Urban Therapy with Sun show, 1 p.m. tomorrow on Sunday. Peace. Okay. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. So Blog Talk, I'm going to get you out of here. Y'all know how we do. Let me get you out of here. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. I see you on the other side, my boobers. And I say peace.